What's good, YouTube? It's your boy Uncle Doug coming to you from New Orleans, NOLA, the N.O., the Crescent City. Yeah, that Big Easy, baby. And today I got some content for you. Before we get into the content, I'm going to need for y'all to assault that like, assault the subscribe button, share with all your friends. If you're rocking with me, that is, you know what I'm saying? Do what you want. Even hit the dislike button. It don't matter to me much. All the engagement is appreciated, even if you disagree with me. You know what I'm saying? So today we got some content. I mean, everybody and their mama knows that Maul absolutely crashed out when it came to his reaction to the Kendrick performance, which is within his right. But it seems to me that he got a little bit too emotional, to say the least, if you feel me. Now, I'm not, my last video, I kind of went in a little bit on Maul. Maul is entitled to his opinion, so I'm not going to knock him for that. But it's the sheer emotion that he has when it comes to this whole situation. And I think it's most of the emotion comes from being proven wrong, because his take before the Super Bowl was that Kendrick wasn't going to perform Not Like Us. And it's also the fact that this was the nail in the coffin for your boy Drake. So without no further ado, let's get into this content. Courtesy of Rory and Maul. Shout out to y'all. I am not a hater of any sorts. I may not agree with your take. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, it is your take. It is your opinion. So it's not a slight at them. I mean, they still doing their thing. So it's not a slight at them at the least. But we're going to pick it up around the 4 minute and 21 second mark. That's when they really got into it. So let's get it.
I agree.
If you announce in SZA, I need 3 control records.
Nah, I feel you.
Yeah. I there were parts of it that I liked. I feel like, and I've been getting killed on the internet for this, and y'all know I don't give 4/5 of a fuck. I feel like in his head, I feel like Kendrick wanted the Not Like Us reveal to be so perfect that he was thinking about that the entire. I could see him thinking about it when he was performing.
I cut the shit. We cutting this shit here. Enough. Everybody was anticipating. That's the only record niggas want to do.
Okay, but I'm
Yourself included, Maul. Because, like, you already said that it wasn't going to happen. It was a horrible take on your part. You know for a fact that it was wishful thinking on your part, because you riding with Drake heavy. Glazing would be the word, but that aside, it seems to me, and I don't know if you can, the whole cut the ish, the whole angry cut the ish. It's out of anger because he was proven wrong in my eyes. I may be wrong. Let's continue.
talking about Kendrick's performance right now. I'm not talking about
shit, man. Y'all
Okay,
sitting here talking about
you're not gonna
this,
misspeak
that,
for
and
us.
the third.
It was
Cut
Not Like
this
Us the
shit,
most
man.
anticipated song we wanted to hear? Yes. Was that the only song we wanted to hear from Kendrick Lamar? Fuck no. But yes, it was the most anticipated thing. And on top of that, if you're gonna go all the way with this shit, you do the pop-up, then you get the Super Bowl shit. They're playing the Not Like Us beat the whole fucking weekend in every commercial. Yeah, lean into it, tease it throughout the entire thing. If you're gonna go this way, go all the way. That's why.
Right. Yeah, tease it, because everybody's thought process was that it is the whole big reveal was is Not Like Us gonna be performed? Is he gonna hold back on Not Like Us? Is he gonna perform it? Is he not gonna perform it? Right? That was the whole thing. So of course, I like that he teased it. That was cool to me. You know what I'm saying? Because it was, especially when he said, people like to sue. So in the back of everyone's mind, it was like, oh man, he may not do it. You know what I'm saying? I knew for a fact he would. Most people probably knew that he would. But it was in the back, he put it in the back of your mind that, man, maybe he may not even perform this.
I wasn't mad that He did a tease 3 times throughout
See,
the entire
I hate
thing.
That was the part I hated the most.
Nah,
I
if you're gonna go all the way with it and not just do the Not Like Us hook and then get to TV off, if you're gonna do that whole circle shit, smile on the camera when you say Drake's name, say pedophile.
That was hilarious. He didn't say pedophile, but that was hilarious. That was. I think
everyone in the audience said it though.
Yes.
I mean, you hated it, but you thought it was hilarious. The teasing part is part of the showmanship, right? It's all a part of the set. So I don't understand why exactly you hated it.
What he did.
Anne Hathaway said it.
Shut up. What he did with Not Like Us, I love the way that he performed it. Like, hats off. I love the way he performed it. But what I was saying is throughout the entire thing, I was not waiting for Not Like Us when I was watching it. I was trying to enjoy Kendrick's catalog when I was watching it, but it fell flat to me. I don't think it was his greatest performance. And that's not me saying that I don't think that Kendrick can give an amazing performance because we've seen him do that. It's just for a Super Bowl tier of performance, I don't think that it was. I didn't enjoy it as much as I wished I would have.
Yeah, Damaris, you're entitled to your opinion. A lot of people would disagree. A lot of people would agree with you. I haven't been to a Kendrick show, but from what I'm hearing, he does amazing shows. But I think he chose this moment more so to make a statement. He wasn't trying to wow you with special effects, pyrotechnics, people swinging from the rafters of the Superdome, somebody busting out the screens or anything. No, he was putting together a political statement more than anything. And a lot of people going to knock him for that, but that's what he decided. Hey, I got this big stage. I have this huge platform right now, right? What better time there is, especially with the president sitting in the skybox, what better time there is to put out a political statement to basically show you the plight, show you my perspective on the plight of my people.
But that's just me. You asked me what I thought. I didn't like the Not Like You teaser. I didn't like we would say it, but we gonna sue and then to go and just do it. You at this point it's giving sore winner. You won.
No, but I understood that. He has to, you got it because everybody's only watching it.
That's not
because they want to see that. All right.
That's not the only reason people were watching. Yes, it was one of the biggest reasons, right? But people who are who follows Kendrick's career, people who've been following the battle, even if you haven't been following the career, you know that it wasn't just going to be a regular Super Bowl performance, where he just does his songs to some choreography with some pyrotechnics or whatnot. You knew that it was going to be a little bit more than just a performance. It was going to be a political statement. It was going to be an art piece. And I also like PG Lang's approach to a lot of their visuals, where it's simplistic and it's easy to follow. So a lot of people are breaking down the performance, right? And they're finding little Easter eggs. They make it, they put it out to where it's simple and plain visually, but if you really pay attention, you can grab little Easter eggs from it. If there's so much going on, then you won't exactly get all the Easter eggs. So when you put it on more of a neutral canvas, or more of a blank canvas, more simplistic, right? It's easier to catch those little nuances in it. At least that's my perspective on it.
Not only watching Kendrick at the Super Bowl because they want to see him watch Not Like Us. If Not Like Us never came out, people would still watch Super Bowl, Kendrick at the Super Bowl. That's not true.
That's not true, right? She's absolutely right. Because had that been the case, Kendrick wouldn't have performed in 2 other Super Bowls before that, right? This not his first rodeo. Now it's his first time headlining, but it's not exactly his first time being on that big of a stage. Now, as the headliner, that stage becomes a whole lot bigger, because the stage is yours. It's all yours. You know, it's not cutting from one person. You're not a part of a collective. It was just him with a segue into SZA, and that was it. SZA was the only other person who performed. So the stage was basically his. And the songs that SZA performed were songs that she had with him. So it was all about Kendrick. Kendrick decided he wanted to put the nail in the coffin on Drake, and he wanted to make a political statement at the same time. And if you were paying attention to the battle, then you know that the whole battle, once Drake made the statement, you rapping like you, and this is just me, and you know, and I know I'm not the only one because even Deleted mentioned this. But once Kendrick said that Drake was once Drake said that Kendrick was rapping like he was trying to get the slaves free, it was on like Donkey Kong. Now he can put the culture on his back. Now he can bring the culture with him. Just like Samuel L. Jackson said during the halftime show, right? And this is not exactly the quote, but basically he was cheating by bringing people with him.
He would have never got. All right, man. What are we talking about here?
Kendrick is worthy of the Super Bowl and would have eventually got it. I do agree with you with the timing. Yes,
It came earlier. For sure.
All right, so that's what I'm saying. Like, it's okay to say he got this.
I don't think the timing was off. I don't think the timing was off at all. Like, what's wrong with the timing? Who else had a bigger year? Who else? I mean, look, it don't matter who. Nobody in music had a bigger year than Kendrick. So this was a no-brainer. Who else were you going to put up there? Taylor Swift? She didn't have a bigger year than Kendrick. Was you going to get some old country acts? You was going to get I don't who did you plan on getting? Teddy Swims? I don't get it. No matter what, no matter who you put there, not everyone's going to resonate with who. It don't matter who you put it, what artist you put up there. Black, white, purple, green. It doesn't matter. Everyone is not going to resonate with that particular artist.
Say that he got it because of Not Like Us, because Kendrick is very much.
I'm not saying. Why did Kendrick get the Super Bowl? Why did he get the halftime show this year?
The energy around who he was as an artist.
Yo, what's up, man? What we doing?
I ain't gonna lie. Rory kind of sidestepped that. It's okay to admit to Maul that Kendrick got the Super Bowl based on his performance in 2024, based on the year he had. It's okay to admit it. That doesn't take away from the fact that he still deserved it.
I'm not saying Kendrick is not one of the dopest artists. I'm not saying he's not one of the dopest rappers.
A legendary catalog. He sold out fucking arenas.
Yes, he has. He sold out arenas. We know that. Why did he get the Super Bowl show this year?
Okay, I'm agreeing that it's because of Not Like Us. I'm not agreeing that people only watch to see him perform Not Like Us.
To it, everybody was saying like, "Yo, are they gonna let the word pedophile fly?"
Yeah.
At the Super Bowl, are they gonna?
Now you just moved the goalposts, Maul. Because originally you said that it wasn't going that Not Like Us was not going to be performed at all. So you moved the goalposts. Now you putting it on. People were saying, well, what was Maul saying? Maul, you said it wasn't going to be performed at all.
Let it fly on Fox. It was all this entire year, well, last year, was for Kendrick was built upon this one song. Mm-hmm. This was his moment.
It wasn't built on this one song. The whole 2024 was the moment. Not Like Us was just a nail in the coffin. Not Like Us was just him solidifying his victory. And it just so happened to be a hit. Because the whole thing was Drake was the one that drops hits. Drake put out that song against Meek Mills, and it was a club banger. And everybody was saying, Kendrick can't do that. Well, Kendrick proved you wrong. Before Not Like Us, everybody it was the consensus that Euphoria and 616 in LA were the best songs of the whole battle. The only problem is they're not like Super Bowl worthy songs. So it's not necessarily that the Super Bowl was built well, it was. I had to backtrack. It was. But this is still not a slight. That can't be a slight. He put out a banger. He's had other bangers before. Humble was a banger. He's had bangers. Now, are these bangers your stereotypical mega hits? No. Kendrick does it in his own way.
This is the biggest moment of his career. Not from a personal stand. I don't know what his biggest moment is, but from the optics outside looking in, this is Kendrick's biggest year.
Okay.
I agree.
Based off of this one record.
I agree.
Which is why
there was someone.
No one would disagree with that. No one would disagree with that.
Could argue that
the niggas gonna argue whatever. Niggas gonna argue whatever.
GNX
we know what
numbers
facts
wise,
are.
Dan may have been a bigger year.
We know what the facts are.
He's not reliant on this.
We know what the facts are. You can make an argument. We know what the facts are.
Okay.
The facts are Not Like Us is Kendrick's biggest song. Not Like Us gave Kendrick his biggest year as an artist. Correct?
Okay.
He got the Super Bowl, one of the biggest performances of an artist's career, correct? Based off of this one song. So it makes sense to tease it in the beginning. Uncle Sam, you better not do that damn record out, whatever he said. You tease it. We understood it was all built around this song. We understand what the moment was.
Okay.
Now that we know that, what I'm saying was, do y'all feel like the performance was dope? Do y'all feel like the playlist, the set list was dope?
We just talked.
Yes. I mean, like I say, it wasn't your stereo. It wasn't full of pomp and circumstance. That wasn't his artistic vision for it, right? It wasn't a pop. It was stripped down purposefully, right? So you could catch the nuances. I may be wrong. There may be, and I don't want to put words in Kendrick's mouth or Dave Free's mouth. That may have not been their thinking. That may have just been their style. But I think their style is built upon you being able to catch the nuances. It may take you a couple of times, but the style is built upon you catching the nuances.
Yeah, I feel like he did his thing.
Yes.
You enjoyed the performance.
A lot.
Okay.
But I'm also the person that came in here after the pop-up, which was getting smoked on Twitter, when I was like, I mean, he ran through hits. I love swimming pools. Like, don't get me wrong, but if you're going to use this moment, I would have liked to hear some deeper cuts from Kendrick. I was that person.
That.
You can't use the halftime
so to
show.
me, the fact this motherfucker did Peekaboo and the way, I think, did Dave Free direct this? I know Mike.
Peekaboo was shot perfectly. That set around Peekaboo was absolutely amazing with the camera angles. So I like, if you didn't like nothing else in the performance, I mean, if you thought the whole performance was trash, I get it. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't for everybody. But if you didn't think that Peekaboo set was dope, dude, you just a hater.
Mike Carson was involved. I know it takes a village. How they did that Peekaboo shit was next. That was like when The Weeknd did the quarantine version of the Super Bowl shit. That was so well shot, and it's a fucking B-side of an album that a lot of people would deem is lower in Kendrick's catalog because it's not an easy listen because it's so West Coast. I love that he did this shit. I was the one that as a pop-up, I was like, all right, man, I've heard his hits a million times. Like, let's put a cool show together. Now, I think it could have been flipped. The pop-up could have been more, I mean, no GNX wasn't out, but more of the cult classic shit with Kendrick at the pop-up would have been ill to me. Super Bowl, yeah, go get your shit off. They should have been swapped. But I love this performance. And I thought it was ill for hip-hop that this has never happened, a rapper by themselves. That is insane to do. We watched Beyonce work her ass off for that. Christmas.
We understand what the moment was.
Okay.
Now that we know that, what I'm saying was, do y'all feel like
I was the one that as a pop-up, I was like, all right, man, I've heard his hits a million times. Like, let's put a cool show together. Now, I think it could have been flipped. The pop-up could have been more, I mean, no, GNX wasn't out, but more of the cult classic shit with Kendrick at the pop-up would have been ill to me. Super Bowl, yeah, go get your shit off. They should have been swapped. But I love this performance. And I thought it was ill for hip-hop
that deep breath says it all. He's annoyed. He think that Rory is making excuses and Rory's not being truthful, but I think Rory is being honest here.
That this has never happened, a rapper by themselves. That is insane to do. We watched Beyonce work her ass off for that Christmas shit. Like, you saw the behind the scenes footage of her running from car to car. To rap this long at a halftime of the Super Bowl, to me, is incredible just for the genre. You don't find that insane at all that he's doing Man at the Garden at fucking the Super Bowl?
Yeah, I do find that insane.
LeBron didn't.
I find that very insane.
You think?
The bottom line is this Super Bowl performance was very underwhelming. I'm happy that Kendrick had his moment. I'm happy he kept it all the way Cali.
Oh, you're really happy, dude. Let's be honest, bro. Be honest with yourself for once. Are you really happy, dude?
Represented the culture of Cali on one of the biggest stages in entertainment. I'm salute to that.
This is Maul trying not to come off as a bitter Betty. This is Maul trying not to come off as a hater.
Definitely saluting that. That was dope. But we got to be honest here. This set list, as in comparison to the other stars that have had halftime show, is probably near the bottom.
Hell no. Hell no. How is that? The dude performed multiple hits. Let's get into it once they get to that point. But Humble is a solidified hit. All the Stars is a solidified hit. Peekaboo at this moment, it's a solidified hit. TV Off is a solidified hit. Not Like Us, which the whole performance was built around, because it was built around Not Like Us. It's a solidified hit. What are we talking about? What are we actually talking about?
When we talk about songs, catalog, hits, this is one of the lower tier set lists that we've probably had in Super Bowl history.
Katy Perry, even though she got her first viral moment shit off with the fucking sharks and all that wild shit, that fucking performance stunk.
Facts. And no slight to Rihanna, right? Even though Rihanna did perform mega hits for her Super Bowl performance, let's be honest, Rihanna's performance wasn't great. I mean, and I understand the circumstances surrounding Rihanna's performance. She was pregnant at the time. But that performance wasn't great. How can, we're going to get into it.
I'm going to go with a crazy hot take. I didn't really feel that J-Lo and Shakira shit like that.
Okay, so I get what you're saying, but I also feel like some shit that might be trash to you might be amazing to that audience.
Oh, no, I agree. That's why I'm only speaking for me. I enjoy this. If anyone
and vice versa, right? Just like the stuff that's trash to me may be amazing to that audience. What's amazing to me may be trash to that audience. So why are we not keeping that same energy?
Tells me they hated the GNX live version at the Super Bowl, I'm not going to argue them down on it. I liked it.
I'm just speaking from the hits, the hit records, the set list, the songs that he put together to perform on that stage. Did it live up to, in your opinion, the other performances throughout the years where they have their set list and their hit songs?
No.
So now back.
What? Man at the Garden. That song, I don't even think they got a name for that song as of now. The song that he performed at the beginning, Man at the Garden. That may have been the only two that you couldn't consider. I mean, I get it. Maybe people want all hits, right? But the Man at the Garden and the song he started at the beginning was setting the scene. It was part of the story. He was telling a story. Now I get it. Everybody wants the pop and circumstance. They want the pyrotechnics and all that. That's not his style. And I believe that Jay-Z going into it didn't expect Kendrick to do anything other than be Kendrick. Now, it's not going to be pleasing to everyone. I get it, Mo. You didn't like it. I'm not knocking you for that. But that's not why we're here making this video. Oh, before I forget, y'all remember to smash that like button for me.
But it was a drastically different approach because he did the Amazon pop-up shit.
That's not.
That's not why he did it. That's not why. You thought he had the Amazon pop-up thing in the back of his mind when creating this Super Bowl set? That he didn't want to do those songs? No. He didn't do those songs because those songs weren't a part of the story. What are we missing here?
Not
Man,
giving
stop talking about the Amazon pop-up show. That has nothing to do with this.
Oh, yes, it does.
No, it does not. It has nothing to do with
just
this.
copy and paste that.
The bottom line is this. This set list, these are not hit records.
He's lying to you right now. He is lying.
When you're talking about the biggest stage in entertainment, you need hit records, undeniable hit records, not the songs that we like, because there's some songs on there that we like as a culture. When you put somebody on the Super Bowl halftime stage, you need the songs that people that never even heard of Kendrick remember, like, oh yeah, that's who that is.
Well, I don't want to do that because there were a couple hits in there. So I would say
a couple. What?
Humble is a hit. DNA is a hit. All the stars.
I'm not going to say that DNA is a hit. So, okay, we got the song at the beginning, Man at the Garden, DNA. Now, me personally, I like DNA. DNA is a banger to me. But I wouldn't consider that like a smash hit.
Stars is a hit. Not Like Us is a hit. And TV Off is turning into a hit.
Yeah.
No, TV Off is already a hit, love. TV Off is already a hit, love.
Now you telling me it was turning into a hit.
It would be half and half.
Don't tell me it was turning into a hit,
It just came out.
So what?
It just came out. Hold on. He about to get brolic. It just came out and it's still a hit. Right now. TV Off hit Billboard already. It's a hit. Once it hits Billboard top 10, it's a hit. What are we talking about?
Perform it.
Because he just did a fucking GNX whole performance.
Stop mentioning the GNX. I thought he was about to. My bad.
Prince slipped in DNA, Euphoria, and Humble. Even though I even put Euphoria within the GNX rollout.
So back to what
Yeah. DNA, Euphoria, Humble, and the one at the beginning. I consider DNA a banger. It may not be a smash hit, but it's still a banger. And it goes perfect in a Super Bowl set. The hype everything up. It goes perfect to me. This is my opinion. That particular sound plays well in stadiums to me.
But I'm saying this Super Bowl performance was predicated and built upon a moment
So what? What are we talking about? So what? It was built upon a moment. Okay. And
artists had in a year. Now that we got the performance, do you feel like the performance lived up to the hype?
yes.
With your point of saying Not Like Us was the hype, fuck yeah.
Okay.
He said everything that we didn't think he was going to say. He had Serena Williams crip walking. The fucking choreography was insane. The camera angles were insane. I'm going off your point of saying Not Like Us is what was
When
being
you say
anticipated.
the choreography was
that met every expectation.
What choreography was insane, Rory?
She's hating. Hold on. Let me. She's hating. Maybe not hating, but she's doing something. I don't like this look. I ain't gonna lie to you, Damaris. Like it's Slick Side seems like hating to me. The choreography was Cali. And it's not all about the dancing and whatnot. It's about the storytelling, the movement that's going on. It was a field show. As a former person that was in a marching band coming up, it was a field show. Field shows a big thing in black culture. Not even black culture, because even college, PWI colleges do field shows. Field shows are a big thing. You ever seen one of them field shows that the Chinese or Japanese put on when they be performing? It's dope. What's wrong with that? I'm confused.
First of all, that ain't even a crip walk that she did. Let's get to that. OT Genesis don't approve of that. Let's get to that. Shout out to Zip.
That was dope no matter.
It don't even matter if it was a crip walk or not, or if it can be considered a crip walk or not. It was dope seeing her there, representing her city. Why are you throwing slights and why are you throwing jabs at someone unwarranted? That was unnecessary. You didn't have to throw that jab at that girl like that. That's some real hater stuff right there. That's you just being a hater.
No matter what though, that was dope. I that was one of my favorite parts.
Yeah, but we know why it was there. It's clearly because of the boy.
Dude, if you call this dude the boy, first of all, what grown man wants to be called the boy? Second of all, what grown man calls another grown man the boy? It's weird. Please don't do that, Maul. That's real sus behavior. And I'm not knocking your passion, but this isn't passion, dude. This is anger. This is jealousy.
How y'all not? What y'all not? I gotta say, fuck it. I'll say it.
No.
I say it. Fuck it. I'll say it, man. It's clearly
Mom.
because of you know who, man. Serena Williams, crip walk. Are you serious? I get the.
It doesn't even matter. Yes. So what? If you want to put it in those terms, Serena was there because of Drake. But we can all agree that this Super Bowl performance, outside of the storytelling, was Kendrick closing Drake's coffin, putting a nail in it, and dumping a skid steer full of dirt on it. Let's be honest. So what? I'm not even saying that this is the case that Serena was there because of the boy. But if she was, so what?
Compton ties. She's from Compton. I get that.
Of course.
But is her husband not a colonizer?
How was her husband a colonizer? You see, the thing is, y'all throw this colonizer thing out there. Like what did her husband do to try to infiltrate black culture? Right? Yeah, I know the colonizer thing came from the Black Panther, and they call all Caucasians colonizers, right? But in current terms, in current context, as far as of the Drake battle, Drake was only called a colonizer because of his actions. What actions? So that's the term. That's the definition of colonizer we're using in a lexicon at this moment. What actions has Serena's husband taken to indicate that he's a colonizer, Maul?
As a colonizer, I would say yes.
So what?
Rory, you could be considered a colonizer because you were in black culture. But I wouldn't even call you a colonizer. I wouldn't even call you a colonizer. I'm gonna reserve that for the Vlad TVs, the Adam 22s. I wouldn't call you a colonizer, Rory. You shouldn't call yourself that. You, to me, You live hip hop. Why would you call yourself that?
Where's the consistency in the messaging here?
My shit
Why I
wasn't
gotta
that.
be?
It's not inconsistent. It's not inconsistent. What does Serena's husband even have to do with this?
No, shut the fuck up.
Ain't nowhere in the world I'm gonna let nobody built like ain't nowhere in the world I'm letting anybody, let alone a person like Maul, tell me the STFU. You can't tell me the STFU. I'm a grown man, homie. You can't stop me from talking. And I know that's not how you meant it, but don't even come at me like that and tell me the STFU. That's a good way to get karate chopped in the throat.
Cause you niggas is y'all crip walking now. That performance was not it. The only performance worse than that was Pat Mahomes.
Now he just throwing shade for no reason. Yeah, Pat Mahomes, you played trash though. I ain't gonna lie. Your performance was horrible.
Let's just be real here. Y'all gonna make me say it like the bad. Y'all was not, that shit was very lackluster. For the moment and the anticipation, because I'm not gonna lie, I was anticipating it. I'm like, I'm gonna see when he had 75 niggas come out that little GNX, I was like, damn, that's like when David Blaine made the whole audience disappear. How did he do it?
Yeah.
But after that, it was like, I like these songs. I like some of them, but they're not hit. We just watched Usher perform hits last year. Rihanna hits the year before that.
She performed hits, yeah. She sang hits, but the performance was trash. No slight to Rihanna. And I'm pretty sure Rihanna would agree that she didn't give her best performance. But she had a condition. I mean, she was pregnant. I'm pretty sure Rihanna wouldn't rank her performance amongst the top. Or even the middle. I'm pretty sure Rihanna will rank her performance somewhere around the bottom after seeing it. She wasn't capable of putting on a high-level performance. Yes, she has hits, and we're not going to deny that. But when you think about the Super Bowl, you're thinking about everything that's going on, not just the songs that are being played. And maybe I'm wrong. Because when you got rock artists, you got country artists, they normally stay in one area. They all normally stay, at the 50-yard line and they play their instruments or whatever. But this was bigger than that. This was bigger than that.
Mm-hmm. The Weeknd hits, like, these are not hit records. I like some of these records. All of the Stars is my shit. But not at the Super Bowl.
Well, first of all,
why is All the Stars not a Super Bowl worthy song?
All the Stars should definitely be played at the Super Bowl. I think All the Stars deserved, and this is why I said that I feel like he focused.
All of the Stars could be performed at like All-Star Weekend.
No, bro.
What's the difference between the Super Bowl and All-Star Weekend? Is it because that basketball is mostly enjoyed by black people? I'm thinking that's where you're getting at. But it still doesn't, it's a sporting event. It's a huge sporting event. That song plays well at sporting events. All the stars. These are superstars that are performing on the field to compete for a championship. How's that not a Super Bowl worthy song? It can't just be limited to All-Star Weekend. You just saying stuff to make a point that's not even being made. You're doing a lackluster job at this argument. You're entitled to your opinion, but your talking points are lackluster.
Bro, All of the Stars is one of the biggest. What are you talking about? All the Stars is a huge record.
It is a huge record, but you also got to understand.
It's a huge record. That's all you need. You were just talking about they didn't have no hits. Where the hits? She presented you with a hit that was a huge record that went, diamond? And it's not Super Bowl worthy? It's not Super Bowl worthy because you want to take that away from someone to prove a point. But at the end of the day, it falls flat.
Audience, Damaris. That's the part you're not factoring in here. When we get all of these fucking videos from the audience just standing there, sitting down, looking at this dude because they don't know who Kendrick is. This is the NFL. This is a predominant.
It doesn't matter. Because I don't care who you put up there. You can put U2 up there. You're going to have a percentage of the audience that's going to be sitting down, not enjoying it. That don't like that particular music. I don't care if it's a majority Caucasian. I don't care if it's a majority white people. There's some people who don't vibe to U2 that are white. There's some people that don't vibe to country artists that are white. There's some people that have the money to go to the Super Bowl that are big hip hop fans that are white and can't get down with country music. It doesn't matter. You're always going to have a percentage of the audience or the percentage of your viewers that won't resonate with the music. What are we talking about?
Dominantly white entertainment sports thing. This is not NBA.
They stood there when Beyonce performed Formation too. The people that are at the Super Bowl is not who you perform for. That's not who Jay-Z is going and grabbing, entertain these billionaire white people.
Yes,
that's not,
I get it. You want to perform for people that are not there so they could tune in and watch it. I get that. But guess what? The numbers dropped. He didn't even do what Usher did.
That take is horrible because it's been proven wrong. He surpassed Usher. He even surpassed Michael Jackson. So that was a bad take. Let's see if Ball comes back and retracts that statement. I have money on he won't.
It's Usher.
This nigga had the hottest shit. Usher hasn't had a year like this in how many years?
Dog.
What are we talking? No. Usher, you know what it is? Usher has a catalog of.
So does Kendrick. His goal isn't hit records. His goal is to put together music that stands the test of time and music that moves people. That's his goal. And it just so happens that he's so good at what he does that he gets awards for it. Even though he stays in his lane and he's not concentrating on hit records. He stays in his lane, does what he's passionate about, and it just so happened that other people enjoy it. Which a lot of artists can take that and apply it to themselves. You don't necessarily have to do what you think is the hot thing. You can do your thing. Rhapsody just recently won a Grammy. Yeah. Rhapsody just won a Grammy. Rhapsody never set out to make a hit record, yet she's awarded for it. She got a Grammy for being herself. And I think that needs to be championed. More people need to do that. Be themselves. You should be you. Desmond, I started this YouTube channel. I've gotten friends, I gotten comments saying, I got people in my corner said, man, I'm enjoying you, but you got to put on more of a, this is the character. This is me. This is Desmond. This is what I present to you. If you don't like it, how I'm presenting it to you, you don't have to watch. I want all the subscribers. I want all the likes. I want all the dislikes. I want all the engagement. But this is Desmond. This is how I present it to you. If you don't like it, you don't have to watch. Just like if you're not liking the Super Bowl performance, you can turn the TV off. No pun intended.
He's fucking record.
Seriously, no pun intended. It just came out. No pun intended.
Kids over the last 25 years.
Kendrick also has a catalog. He don't have his catalog.
He don't have the hits, man.
Yes, he
we like some of these songs, but they're not undeniable. Usher has an undeniable catalog.
I'm saying it's Usher. It dropped 6% down from what Usher did as someone that is just a rapper. My mom,
What is that saying?
and all her friends
He
are
had
sitting there for Usher no matter what, because that's Usher. He's been here for 25 years as a pop star.
But factor in,
my mom's gonna go to the bathroom during the Kendrick
year
shit.
that Kendrick had. Factor that in.
But you're not
You don't have to factor in the year that Kendrick had. That doesn't have to be a factor. Why is that a factor? You don't have to factor that in. Yes, it was based on a lot of the decisions made to put Kendrick on the Super Bowl stage was based on his 2024 performance. But that wasn't the only reason that Kendrick was chosen. Because if that was the only reason Kendrick was chosen, he wouldn't have did 2 previous Super Bowls. He was chosen because he's great at what he does. Bottom line.
Factor that in. Usher never had a year like that. As dope as Usher is, Usher never had a year like this. Not like us shit. Never in his fucking life. I'm older than all of you niggas in here, and I'm telling you, Usher Raymond has never had a year that was this hot. He's never had.
He's may have never had a year. Like, the year that Kendrick had is hard to quantify, right? The thing is, Usher don't miss. When Usher drops, he does not miss. When Usher drops a new song, it don't miss. So maybe he hasn't had a big, enormous year like Kendrick. But at the same time, when Usher was out, man, they had other acts that were doing their thing. Like, Kendrick was the only thing really in hip hop this year, other than Doechii, but Doechii ain't on his level. You had Childish Gambino had a dope album, but not to the magnitude of this. When Usher was out, there was other acts that was like it. He wasn't the only one dropping. It was like the whole year was Kendrick as far as hip hop and R&B is concerned. The timing was correct. Usher has had multiple, I'm talking about years in which he's putting out smash hits year after year. He has a collection of them. Usher probably has more hits than any R&B star. And don't get me wrong, Usher's performance was dope. I loved it. Right? And it's because this is not the takeaway from Kendrick. As far as pomp and circumstance, yes, I would rank Usher's performance way higher than Kendrick's. But that wasn't Kendrick was making a statement more than anything. He used his platform not to just give you sugar. He wanted to put medicine. He wanted to give you some medicine. I jacked that all up, but you get it.
Had a moment. He's had a fucking career. As
That's
a
my
pop
point.
artist.
Thank you for finally getting where I'm at. You giving a nigga a fucking stage like that based off of a moment.
And
it's not just based off the moment, Mo. And I know that this is, I know what you're doing here. And you're, look at this dude is upset. This
had a year like this, not like us shit. Never in his fucking life. I'm older than all of you niggas in here, and I'm telling you, Usher Raymond has never had a year that was this hot. He's never had.
Look how angry this dude is, dude. And I'm not going to equate this to like him being a Drake stan, because sometimes when you're losing an argument and he knows that he's losing an argument, you get like this. A lot of people are susceptible to this behavior.
A moment. He's had a fucking career. As
That's
a
my
pop
point.
artist.
Thank you for finally getting where I'm at. You giving a nigga a fucking stage like that based off of a moment.
And I think that's where we disagree.
angry.
That Kendrick
Cut it out,
is
man.
valued
Keep
at
it
this
real,
regardless.
man. I like Kendrick. I don't want to sound like I don't like Kendrick. He got shit joints that I like. I'm talking about giving somebody this stage based off of a song and a moment was a fucking fail. They should have never given him that. They set him up to be now online where people are saying this is the worst halftime performance ever.
It was mixed reviews like anything else, man.
performed?
Let's
What
yes
about
there
Usher,
yes there
bro?
was.
Yeah,
There-
it actually
Get the
was.
fuck
It
out
actually
of
was.
here.
Black
I don't want to
people,
hear that
but
shit,
yes,
man.
There were.
Man, what
yes,
they
there
No matter what, there's going to be mixed reviews. No matter who performs. I don't care if it's a white artist. I don't care if it's a black artist. There's always going to be mixed reviews. Always.
And niggas ain't
Word.
never seen a nigga roller skate at the halftime show.
That was his thing. He's good at roller skating. So what? I've seen people roller skate. That's not amazing. Roller skating is a basic thing. I roller skated as a kid. I could do that. I can't dance and do it. But like there's all kinds of YouTube videos of people roller skating and dancing. What are we talking about here? Roller skating isn't amazing?
That nigga it wasn't no mixed reviews.
Okay, I feel like okay.
Every single Super Bowl performance, there will be mixed reviews. You're lying.
Okay, so let's simmer down so that we can actually touch on points. You're talking about the point of Kendrick. The songs he performed were not hits, right? Which I had the same complaint as you. But what we're not going to say is that Kendrick doesn't have the hits. Kendrick had hits that he didn't perform. For whatever reason, Rory has his theory. I have mine. That's whatever. But we're not going to rewrite history like Kendrick doesn't have hits. Kendrick has hits.
So
he
what-
didn't perform
what hit-
like
he could get
five
the
of
Super
them.
Bowl with or without Not Like Us.
What hits should he have performed? that
He didn't perform all right. He didn't perform King Kunta. He didn't perform Swimming Pools. He didn't perform Money Trees. He didn't perform Loyalty. He has hits that he did not perform. Plenty of them. That was my argument.
Half a damn.
She just listed off a whole bunch of hits, proving that Kendrick has a catalog. Look, that's all the content I got. I just wanted to get to Maul's Crash Out. That's all the time I got for y'all today. I mean, come on, bruh. Dude, it's not that serious, man. Your favorite artist took a L. You said your take was that Kendrick wasn't going to perform that, and he did. The thing is, Mo, you got absolutely emotional for no reason. Like, yo, don't put Drake on no pedestal. Acknowledge, now you're more than welcome to have your opinion on a lot of people didn't like the performance. It wasn't for everybody. But it seems to me that you ain't even do your research, homie, because you just came out the gate and said that he didn't do better than Usher when he even did better than Michael Jackson. Excuse me. The highest rated Super Bowl performance since 1993. It's been over 30 years. Am I right? Yeah. 32 years since there was a Super Bowl performance that did that many numbers. What are we talking about? Come on, man. Like you more than welcome to ride for your man. I get it. You more than welcome to have your opinion. I get it. But why you gotta tear somebody down to prove a point? That's not manly. Men don't do that, Mo. I want better. As a black man, I want you to do better. Look, check this out. That's all the time I got for y'all today. That's all the content I got. Look, please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Give maximum effort in all your endeavors. And I'll see y'all next time. Peace.